Today we look at fractions. There are three basic things we're going to do with fractions. We are going to either plus and minus. And in this case, if we plus and minus, we have to ensure that the denominator is always the same. Now, what is the denominator? That is D for down. Next thing we need to remember, what happens when we multiply? Or when we're going to multiply, all we have to do is multiply the top with the top and the bottom with the bottom. And before we do that, always look if you can cross cancel. So the two of the opposite sides, see if you can multiply or divide the two with each other. Then when we go to division, we have 3 steps. Easy way to remember it is our KFC. We keep the first one, flip the second one, and change the sign. Sign change, that means we have to change the sign from division to multiplication. But first you need to flip it. So the denominator becomes the numerator, numerator becomes the denominator. Easy way to remember which one is which. Numerator, you can see it looks like a little arrow going up. And denominator, D for down. So let's look at this question. 2/3 plus a half. First, you need to notice that the denominators, the bottom ones, are not the same. So we need to go change them so they can be the same. Easy way to say it, you could say 3 times 2, or to find the lowest common denominator, we go right out, counting in threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, and so on. If we do the same for 2, that is 2, 4, and there we see the 6. So we know that the lowest common denominator for the 2 is 6. So let's start by writing that. Write everything over 6. Now I need to go look at how did I get each one to 6. How did I change 3 to a 6? And how did I change 2 to a 6? To get 3 to change to a 6, I multiply by 2. To change 2 to a 6, I multiply by 2. Now, because we are multiplying by 1, because we're just making it into a bigger size, we're not changing what the fraction actually is. That is why we do what we do at the bottom, we do at the top. So because I'm multiplying by 2, I have to multiply the top by 2. And because I'm multiplying the 2 with 3 to get to 6, I have to multiply the top by 3. So we can write that in. And always write everything with brackets. So I'm going to have the 2 that I'm multiplying with, and the other 2 I put in a bracket. This is always just to be careful when we are working with negatives. So plus, I'm multiplying with 3, so I put that on the outside, and on the side I put a 1. So my sum is going to be 4 plus the 3 over 6. Now if I go calculate that, I get 7 over 6. But always remember, we have to simplify fractions. To simplify it, we simply are going to divide it, 7 and 6. How many times can 6 go into 7? Well, that's 1. 1 times 6 gives me 6. And if I minus that, I have 1 left. The number at the top, this is my whole. And the number at the bottom, that is going to be what is left. So my final answer is 1 whole, and I have 1 of the 6 left. Now, so we have 2/5 minus 1/3. So firstly, notice that the denominators are not the same. So to do that, easy way, just say 5 times 3. So that will give me 15, everything over 15. So if I go look, how did I change 5 to 15? How did I change 3 to 15? Well, this side I times by 3, and the 3 I times by 5. And what I do at the bottom, I have to go do at the top as well. So I'm going to have 3 times the 2 minus 5 times the 1. So if I calculate that, that gives me 6 minus 5 over 15. And 6 minus 5 is just 1 over 15. And that's your final answer.